Hi everybody, I am sure all of you are keeping very good health physically and mentally. See, in today's video, I am going to tell you a few facts about what is called the intuition. What is intuition? Intuition is the inner voice. See, you hear a lot of voice around you, outside. But this is inner voice. Inner voice is from within yourself. A voice is coming and you are able to hear that. You are able to listen to that. That is the intuitive power. And we have already seen for whom is this intuitive power very high. People for whom the Ajna Chakra, the third eye is opened, for such people the intuitive power is very high. Okay, the intuitive power is very high. You see, generally a normal person is having a lot of confusion for any major decision to take. Say for small decisions like which color sari to wear or whether to cook this or that, we may have some confusion and we may take a decision and we may do something. That is not a very big thing. But there are occasions where in our life we have to take very crucial decisions, very important decisions, like you want to invest 10 lakhs in a business, or you want to buy a plot, or you want to buy a house worth 1 crore. Okay, so you see the house, you like it, but some people say something negative about it, some people say something positive about it, and you listen to so many people and you gather a lot of information. You share, many people share their experience also, and while sharing this experience also, you should think of one thing. See, all may not or all need not give you the correct advice. Okay, some may give some correct, genuine advice, correct advice. Some may try to misguide you. Because, see, in the heart of heart, he is feeling jealous. This fellow, working like a clerk in a company, he is going to buy a house worth 1 crore. I cannot afford. I am an officer in another company. I am unable to invest even 50 lakhs. How this fellow is able to do? So he may not guide him properly. He may talk in such a way that he is friendly and he is genuine, but in the heart of heart he is very jealous. So he doesn't want to give the truth. He doesn't want to give the positive suggestions. He may talk a lot of negative things about a house. So it is good to listen to others. It is good to share their experiences. But anyway, the final decision you have to take, isn't it? The final decision, some of the major decisions in our life, we have to take it ourselves. We cannot depend on somebody else. We have to think and we have to take a decision. Now, in such cases, we must listen to this inner voice. We must go only by the intuitive power. So, what should we do for that? See, we should meditate a lot. Only a person who is meditating for a long time, or a person who is following mauna. Mauna means silence. Who is in silence, who is practicing silence often. Say half a day silence, or 1 day silence in a week, or say 1 hour silence every day. Like that, we have to sit quietly, we have to sit alone, and we have to be in silence. Okay, in another video, I will tell you how to observe silence. Okay, we will discuss very soon. But meanwhile, just being quiet, sitting in a quiet place, not doing anything, not seeing your mobile and other things, not even reading books. Okay, if you simply sit for some time, then you start hearing the inner voice. Okay, then that inner voice will be guiding you in the right path. So, if we don't want to make mistakes in life, then we better listen to our inner voice. And see, who is having this intuitive power? Of course, just as just now we saw the person whose Ajna Chakra or the third eye is opened, for him the intuitive power is very high. But is it not working in other people, normal people, average person? Yes, even in a child's mind, even for a child, the intuitive power is working. For us also, the intuitive power is working. Only thing is, because of the constant chattering of the mind, because we are always in the beta state, we are unable to listen to the intuitive power. You see, for example, a child is eating something. The child has taken it from the fridge without the knowledge of his mother. The child is just eating something. Then the minute we look at the child, or when the minute an elderly person enters into the room, the child hides it. I simply used to wonder how a 10-year-old boy, how a 10-year-old baby or a 1-year-old baby is able to hide like this. That means for him also the intuition is working. Okay, but as we grow up, as we become adults, we try to sideline the intuitive power. We don't listen to the intuitive power. And if we constantly keep ignoring the intuitive power, then what will happen? The intuition, the power will go down. The power will go down. Okay, so if you want to be guided by the intuitive power, then we have to be silent for a long time. We have to be in silence for a long time. We have to practice silence, and we have to do meditation. So, suppose you want to take a decision like buying a house or buying a plot or investing some huge amount in a business. Then, if you are unable to take a decision, what should you do? See, you sit immediately, you sit in a place, in a quiet place, in your usual meditation place, and you start meditating. But before sitting for meditation, you can take a sankalp. Sankalp means a vow. That is, see, I am confused. I want to know what is the correct thing. Whether to go for the purchase of the plot, or whether to buy the house or not, or whether to invest in this. If you are having a partnership program in the business, then is it fair enough to depend on this fellow? Will he be good? Will he be true to his job? Like that, many crucial decisions when you want to take, sit in meditation for 1 hour, for more than an hour, you sit. So take a vow, take a sankalp, and then sit in meditation for 1.5 hours. And after that, when you open, you be with the breath all the time. And then when you open your eyes, see, you will be able to listen to the inner voice. You will be able to hear the inner voice. You get the intuition. Buy this house or don't buy it. Or you can depend on your partner. No, don't believe him. Like that, yes or no, that sort of correct decisions will be heard in the form of inner voice. Are you able to follow? And see, for a normal person like us, for average people like us, now we are always taken away or carried away by others' opinion. Most of the time, in fact, we live taking into consideration the other's opinion. We never live for ourselves. Okay, of course, see, we are bound by the society, we are bound by the law, we have to obey the law. I don't mean that. See, what will my neighbor think? If I wear this dress and go, what will the opposite fellow will think? What will my relatives think? What will my in-laws think? Like that, what will be the reaction of my children? See, like that, we are always thinking about others' thought. What will he think of me? And so we forget to live for ourselves. We always live in a falsehood life. Okay, so a normal person is carried away by all these surrounding influences. Whereas a Mahan, a yogi, a great personality, see, will he have confusion? Yes, he is also likely to get confused whether to go today or tomorrow, whether to go right side or whether to go left side. He will also have confusion, but the confusion is not a long lasting confusion like what we have. Quickly he is able to take a decision because his mind is always calm, and so there is 100% clarity for him. That clarity gives him the intuitive power. So he is able to listen to the inner voice. Whereas we are unable to listen to the inner voice. That is the main difference. Okay, so and my Guru Pradeep Vijay sir also always talks about one thing. He says, don't be all the time living in your head space, you live in the heart space. What is the difference between head space and heart space? See, head space is, head is here, inside the head is the brain. And I told you, if mind is the software, brain is the hardware. So the software gives the signals to the hardware, to the brain, and the brain gets it done through our hands and legs and 5 sense organs. Okay, but that, so when the brain is working, see, it thinks logically. Brain is always logic in nature. So say 2 plus 2 is 4. So 20 plus 20 is 40. This is logical thinking. So the brain is able to think only logically. And say, if you ask whether logical thinking is right or wrong, it is right. Logical thinking is needed, especially in the mundane life. In the materialistic life, we have to be logically oriented. We have to think logically, no doubt. But when you are going more and more into spiritual life, see, you don't go by the head space or the logical thinking, you go by the heart space. And heart space, here the thinking is not logical, it is magical. What do you mean by magical? Unexpectedly you get some positive result. Unexpectedly you get some intuition, which you never thought of earlier. So that is the meaning of being in heart space. So when you want to take a decision, you must listen to the inner voice which is coming from the heart space. Only if you are in heart space, you take a decision. Then the decision will be correct. Okay, so I think I have made myself very clear in this. So hereafter, especially now that we have started embarking on a journey in spirituality, we have to be more listening to the intuitive power or the inner voice rather than the logical headspace. So let us be in heart space all the time. Let us be in silence for a long time. Let us sit in meditation for a long time. Let us keep our mind from beta state to alpha state to the maximum level, so that whatever, there is 100% clarity in us, and whatever decision we take becomes the correct decision. So wish you all the best.